African cave system located about 100 feet underground. Paleontologists claim to have found the oldest known burial site in the world. Their findings will be featured in Unknown Cave of Bones, premiering in July on Netflix. Let's take a look.
In 2017, my team was conducting excavation at the base of the chute. I'm sitting in the command center, and the scientists down there, the explorers, waved to the camera to get my attention. And then I look down there and I see these little fingers coming out.
National Geographic explorer in residence and world-renowned paleoanthropologist Lee Berger joins us now in studio to discuss this discovery and his continued dedication to improving our knowledge of human origins and evolution. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, a pleasure to do so. Okay, so tell us about the lengths that you and your crew who are undertaking this excavation had to go through. I understand that it involved even losing weight.
It did for me. The people I select tend to be quite thin and quite small people. This is an extraordinarily dangerous environment. You're 120 meters, like 400 feet back in a cave. You have to go down 100 feet through what we call a chute labyrinth, which is areas with squeezes down to 7.5 inches, lateral movements. You're always moving in a different direction. One of the most dangerous entries to an archaeological excavation in the world. Only 46 people had ever been in there. We were about to publish these burials, these graves that we discovered of a non-human species, and there were questions. And so I decided to lose 55 pounds over a period of about 5 months and make the attempt to get in to try and answer some of these questions. And in the process, not only answered the questions I was after, but also made discoveries like meaning-making symbols carved onto the wall above the graves of these non-humans. It was extraordinary. Most fantastic thing I've ever done in my life, and the worst thing I've ever done in my life all at once.
Why the worst?
Well, I almost died. On the way down, I had to make some decisions to pass through spaces I was not sure I could get out of. No one can help you in this space. Obviously, I didn't die.
And it was all worth it.
And it was absolutely worth it. And of course, we now have announced that this non-human species, with a brain slightly larger than the chimpanzee, 250,000 years ago, buried its dead in a way, until this moment, we thought only large-brained humans and our relatives like Neanderthals did.
And so this really changes, for those who do believe in evolution, changes really the thinking on that.
It is. It's dramatic because it also, we humans often try to figure out reasons why we're exceptional, why we're different, and part of that's our big brain, we're smart, and we do things like bury the dead. We make art and symbols and meaning-making objects. Those were the things that separate us comfortably from other animals. That just ended. We just found a non-human species that did those not only as well as we do, but before us.
And these symbols date back potentially 241 to 335,000 years ago.
That's right.
For somebody who's not an expert in anthropology, just give us the magnitude of that.
So let me put that in perspective. The oldest art, the oldest sort of meaning-making symbols that we have ever seen come from a coastal cave in South Africa by Homo sapiens, and it's 78,000 years old. 78,000, that's a long time ago. That's the first time we thought that humans were becoming humans. If these symbols, as we hypothesize, are made by this non-human species, they're not only using their brain better than we were at the same time, but they are carrying with them the sort of cognition of creating meaning. They're thinking about death. They're thinking about the future. They're creating something. Think about that.
Now, you are the National Geographic Explorer in residence.
Right.
That sounds very official. What does that mean?
It's an oxymoron, right? Because if they're seeing me, I'm not doing my job. I spend all my time in Africa. I come back here. What it means is that National Geographic Society, it was the founder of modern human origin studies. And part of my new role in this great new age of exploration and discovery, which I really do think we are living in the greatest age of exploration in this field, is to bring back that central focus, bring it back into society and let the society do good and change the entire field and world, because it's our story. This is the story of us.
Your excitement is contagious. I feel excited about this time. Thank you so much, Lee, for joining us. We want to let our viewers know that you have